Okay, so how do you use Canva? When you go to canva.com, which is linked for you on GusFat here, you're going to head to a home page. It's going to look a little different from this because you're going to have to log in. And it does give you the sign in with Google over here, and you can use your school email, but it's not like it's connected to school or anything. So you can use any email you want, sign in any way you want. It doesn't matter. Just remember your password because what they do is they save your designs on here, which is kind of nice. So if you ever want to go back, kind of like Adobe Spark. But once again, it's not a school connected thing. I'm going to apologize in advance if my dog barks. There's kids running around outside. All right, you're going to create a design by using custom dimensions. So we were told that the design needs to be 4 by 5 inches. It's going to automatically set you to pixels. So make sure you drop down here and choose inches. And 4 by 5 for a skinny tall design, or 5 by 4 for a wide design. That's up to you. So hit create design, and then you've got your blank page. Now what's kind of cool about Canva is you can build completely from scratch. So you've got photos over here to choose from. They've got a bunch of photos, free and not free, so be careful. Elements, excuse me, elements you can choose from. They've got a whole coronavirus section here. You can choose like abstract icons, there's lots actually. You can also search. So if you're looking for something specific, you can search. So that's kind of clip art or imagery. Text, you can create a heading that looks just like these. So if like you want to create something specific and you like this like dealy here, or you like the imagery there with the littler text and the bigger text. So there's like set things, or you can add your own, and just like build it as you go. Music and videos, we're not doing that obviously. And then background, there's plain backgrounds, there's color backgrounds, there's gradient backgrounds, and then there's some kind of basic, simpler backgrounds too. So those come with, I think most all of these are free, which is awesome. You can upload, which we'll get to later, and folders, and then there's ways to integrate apps and stuff, but we're not doing that because that's more like video. So you're probably just going to stick with these ones on the top. If you want to start with a template like you did for Spark, you're more than welcome to do that. If you want to create from scratch, you're more than welcome to do that. You could search like, thank you, and see what's there, and maybe you like something that's already there, and you want to work from that. Thanks, man. That's a real fast and easy way to do it. But remember, we're thinking about like keeping it connected to like those who would be frontline, and that could be a lot of anybody. So I don't want it too medically, and I don't want it too girly. I don't want it. It's geared towards adults probably. So you want something fairly simple. Now you can change all these templates, if you want to. You can completely change them or build from scratch, but that's, you can also keep it the way that it is. So like, let's say I want it to be brighter and happier. Let's do this one because that one is kind of bright and simple. There's stuff that I want to change and some stuff that I would keep the same. So once it's here, you can see when you hover over things, you can tell what's an element and what's not. And if you click on something, it gives you options up here that you can change. So we're going to fly this back in because I don't need that right now. Like if I want to change the font, I can click here and I can go through all the different fonts. Some of them are free and some of them are not, so make sure you're paying attention to that. Don't fall in love with one with a crown. And when you click, it previews the font for you. You probably want to maybe choose the font after you've written what you want to write. So I'm going to get in there and say, we are grateful for you. I'm gonna get rid of that. You'll see these anchor points here where you can stretch and make it a whole lot bigger. You can also, when you get the 4-way arrows, you can move it around. And you can slide it this way if you want it to be like on less lines, or pull it in. You can see the pink lines that show up. that are giving you like alignment issues to see if something's centered. There's the center right there. And I noticed in the original design, they had 2 different colors. So I'm going to highlight that and change it to a different color. I can pick any color in the world, or I can pick from like document colors. Those are colors that are already in this design. And I want that to be yellow, so that's what I'm going to do. So then I've got that. And I have these little guys here where you can see you can rotate things, you can flip things, you can move things around. And over here, you've got the ability to flip things as well. So it looks like I'm going like inside the group there and flipping. You can crop things, like cut it in half if you want to. So you've got a done or a cancel. And then you've got your color option again up here. So I can, change that one to yellow. Frank, stop. So I'm going to play around with this. And I'm going to change the text there. I'm going to make that bigger. So you'll see it's a little, once you kind of get used to it, it's not that bad. It feels a little clunky for me sometimes because I'm used to mice and Illustrator and that kind of thing. But so moving things around. Now the other thing I need you to remember is that you need to put or use icons or imagery on here that you think is connected to like thankful, gratefulness, positivity. If you wanted to pull an element in that was a little bit like had more, let's see, is there kind of like an abstract-y? Yeah, like maybe I want, oh, there we go. Maybe I want something that's got, I don't know, I'm going to use this, but I'm just going to pull it in. So I've got this big design here, and I want to recolor it. So it's got different colors in it already. So see, the colors that are active are right up here. So if I want that pink to not be pink, I can go over here, here's document colors, and pull the different pink in. So you can change any of the colors like that. Now I'm going to leave this little guy here. I'm going to take this out and pull this little guy in, because the other thing I need you to remember is you need to put the CG logo on the document, because that's part of the deal, is like the different schools and communities being thankful. So I'm going to pause this a second and move some stuff around because the composition's bothering me. You don't have to watch me figure that out. And then I'm going to come back and show you how to add the things around a little bit. And there's a couple things I realized I want to show you. So first of all, I've got this little kind of, whatever this is, this poppy little thing here. And I don't want this guy. I'd rather have a duplicate of that guy. So by clicking this guy, you can hit backspace on your computer, or you might have noticed that there's a little trash can up here. So you can delete that way. You also get an option to duplicate up here. So I'm going to duplicate to make another one of those guys. And then I'm going to flip it the other direction. So I'm going to flip it vertical. And I'm going to rotate it. So now I have both of those, which is getting better. Still need some adjustments. So anyway, I'm getting closer. I can also grab multiple things at once. So like if I want to shift up and down these two segments of text, I can hold down Shift on my keyboard and click the other one, and now they're both there together. You can even group them up here so that they're always together. But I think I've told you guys before, I like to use my arrow keys on my keyboard to just nudge things up and down to make it kind of perfect the way that I want it. So now I'm better at centering it, and that feels a little bit better. Now I have this guy up here, and I'm going to put the CG logo up there. So I'm going to insert that into the document. And to do that, I go over to the left and I go down to Uploads, and then I'm going to upload from my computer. You can see I already practiced it here, but upload, and it's going to be in your downloads because that's where you had put it. And so you double click it, and then it pops in. And then just like anything else, you should be able to drag it over to the document. Nope, that was weird. And move it around just like any other icon or any other element that's already in the computer. You can size it, rotate it, flip it, although I wouldn't recommend that. So then there we go. So now if you feel like you want to change everything, like maybe change all of the colors, you can drag and select everything and you can change bit by bit. It's not like Spark though, where you can like rotate through colors. So I guess I wouldn't recommend doing that. I'm not sure why you would want to like do it all at once, but anyway. So that's where we are. I don't love it, but it does what I'm asking you to do, which is it has a positive sentiment. It's pretty vague. It's upbeat. It has the CG logo. Colors are nice. So when you think you're done, I want you to step back and ask yourself if everything works together. Is it legible? Is it spelled right? Is something overpowering something else? Like I kind of feel like I want this to be just a little bit bigger. I'm holding down Shift and Alt on my computer, and it works just like Illustrator where I can increase it from the center. So I'm trying to decide, like, is that too big? I think what I wanted to do is make this, that pink color, that works better. So now if I think that I'm done, nothing's overpowering, everything works the way that it should work, it's got the words, it's got the CG logo, everything's good, what you're going to do is go up here to publish. And when you, go up here to download. There it is. Download gives you options of file types to save as. PNG is suggested, but because Mrs. Parrish is printing for us, we need to save it as a PDF. So that's really important. Not a PNG, not a JPEG. PDF is going to be the best for her. So we go here to PDF, and you don't have to worry about crop marks and bleed. And you hit download, and it's going to prepare your design and download it to your download folder. So once it's in your download folder, then you go back to my website, and you've got this folder here. So this is a shared folder. I've shared it with everybody who's given this assignment. Oh my gosh, I'm out of touch, you guys. I can't talk. And you're going to drag from your downloads folder your design in, or you can new file upload from your downloads and pull that in. And there it is. Your name should be attached to it, but it would be a really smart idea to rename it and tell me what class you're in, whatever class period, that kind of thing. It would just be helpful for me to rename it. Oh, and then I know who you are, what class period you're in. And if you're going to add a second one, just do it the same way and just write Gus Extra. So that should be all you guys need to do for the assignment. And remember, please email me if you have any questions. If I said something here that doesn't work, I'm not with you in the classroom, I don't know. So email me for sure and let me know if there's something that's off. And you have from now until Thursday at 11:59 to do it for this credit, but you're welcome to do extras. This folder will be here for as long as the shelter in place goes on, because they need to print as many of these as possible. So thank you guys. I'm excited to see what you make. You've done an awesome job so far with the weekly challenges, and this one I'm extra excited about because it's for a purpose. So let me know if you have any trouble, and Thursday by 11:59. Thanks, guys.